Control Design, and today I just finished building all the stuff for the orders. I'm up to order 797, so that's basically everything up to this morning. I don't know if anybody's ordered anything since then, and Beth is in the process of shipping that. It's all built and it's out there. Today was a little tough because I had some M4s to build, 2 M4s with BIOS carry cases and some atomics, as well as a bunch of pot stands and more lids. So I got through it though, and now comes the fun part. I can take my new die and build some Imusa lids. Now, I asked about the pricing on them. I thought I had them priced about right, and I had, I think, only one comment, maybe two, but one stuck in my mind. The person thought that the pricing for the rings at $7 and the lids at $10 wasn't right. It was skewed because the rings had a lot more work in them than the lids. And second off, they thought it was kind of just crazy that somebody would pay $10 for a lid that goes on a $3 pot. Okay, well, let's get the $3 pot right out of the way first off. Okay, if you buy that ring and put it in a beer can, beer cans are 6 cents, so that kind of takes care of the $3 pot thing right up front. It's not really the price of the pot, it's what you have when you get done, and beer cans are 6 cents a piece. And if you buy them full of beer, you get to drink the beer, so you can't count that. So, price of the pot doesn't really enter it. I think that was a little petty, but anyway, people can be petty. Okay, now let's look at the price of the ring. I didn't build the rings. The rings were made by a CNC shop. I didn't have a cent in them. The CNC shop, after they get done paying the labor, the material costs, and the shipping, I had like $6.98 in them. So I sold them for an even $7. And if you bought one, you had to pay shipping. No matter how much extra stuff you bought, you paid $5 shipping. And I paid Beth $5 per order to ship it. So I made nothing on the shipping. Beth made all the money on that deal. I didn't make anything. So, who paid for the cardboard box it was put in and the actual shipping charge to like California for $5 or $2.50 or whatever? Who paid that? The answer is I paid that. I actually lost money. Every ring I sell, I lose the price of the shipping. I lose on it. So I'm losing money on it. So, I hope that gives you some insight into the price of the rings. Obviously, the price of the rings is underpriced. I'm doing that because I want to. It's not an item that I have any time in. I can bang those out, and what I lose in the shipping is chump change because most people order a lot of stuff besides the ring. So that takes care of the ring. Now, the lid, which appears to just be a stamped out lid, really nothing to it. Well, let's see how much there actually is to it. It'll make a fun little video here. I'll speed it up and we'll go through it. I'll stop and explain a few things and we'll see, why is the lid $10? I mean, just a lid. Okay, let's take a look at that. Okay, all my lids have a humble beginning. They start from a sheet of 3 foot by 4 foot aluminum. Okay, I take a template out that I made. It took a while to get this the right size, but you can do it. And I simply lay it on the sheet and draw it out, draw the center hole, and I go down through here, and I usually do 10 to a time. And cut this strip out. Okay, after I get this strip cut out, you have to stop for a minute and remind yourself, I had to pay for this aluminum, so this aluminum piece that I'm going to use, that's in the price too. And there was a lot of cheap aluminums I could have used. This is not a cheap one. This is an alloy. This is an expensive one. And it's specially designed for forming. Okay, we got the strip. And I'm going to cut one out here. Now, because this is going to be spinning in a lathe, I'm going to cut the corners off for safety reasons. I always do that. Just one more step, but believe me, it's worth it. Okay, now we've got to make a center hole in it, which I have marked right here, but it needs to be a physical hole. So we've got to put it in the punch. Very carefully center it up. Very important that that's in the center. And make a hole. And there's an index pin on this. It goes there, and it goes into here, and it's got a live center in it. Okay, now it's captured. Now, this disc has to go over the pin. Then the lid has to index, the top die has to index on the pin, and then it goes over here into the press. After putting 12 tons of pressure on it, we take it out. And if everything goes well, let me get a tool here to take it out with. There we go. If everything goes well, we end up with a lid. But we still aren't done yet. There's still some prep work to do. Okay, now it's got to go back into the jig, index it up, put it back in the lathe, and this edge where it has much pressure on it, kind of squirts out a little bit of aluminum. That's all got to be polished up. So, okay, I've got the knob chucked up in the lathe. We'll spin it. Cut it off. And then we got to drill a hole to the screw. Okay. Now that's got to be oiled, and then we can install it. Okay, now we've got to install this knob on this lid and give it a wipe down, check it all over, and then we're done. Okay, got the knob on, wipe off any fingerprints, look it all over, make sure it's smooth, and there you go. That's the reason why they're $10, because it takes me quite a while to do this. It takes me a couple hours to build 10 of them. Now, I don't know what the competition is charging for this lid, but if it's less than $10, let me know. I'm Tinny from Mini Bull Design. Get out and hike, take a friend, enjoy the great outdoors, and more important than anything, try to have a really great day. Bye-bye.